Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Space Talk Modeling. So, she's finished. The USS Enterprise is complete. It turned out pretty good. I'm not totally unhappy with it. I had kind of hoped that all the decals would have worked, but as I said in my last video, some were just unusable. The ones I really wanted, the strong backs, unfortunately didn't work out, but at least the sensor strips around the saucer did work. I did break a couple of them applying them, but it was an easy fix to line them back up again, so that worked out pretty well, and they definitely add to the model. I would have to say recommendations for those of you that are working on this kit or thinking about working on it. I know there's a few people that I've actually been in contact with that are presently working on this kit now. I would probably recommend strongly that you maybe order a set of aftermarket decals that have all of the decals for the kit. I think you'd be a lot happier with those. I think they would go on a lot easier than these did, and they probably would not break as easy. I kind of wish now I would have went with aftermarket. If I would have done this in advance, I would have. Rami, not right now. Stop, Rami. My cat's demanding my attention. Fit issues. You pretty much know what the fit issues were because I've already gone over it in other videos. The neck was a fit issue. It was not lining up correctly, so I had to shim it up to get it to line straight. Of course, the pylons nowhere near wanted to fit correctly on the bottom of the secondary hull, so I had to shim them up with styrene plastic. The saucer had to be, it fit okay, but I had to sand down the rim to get everything kind of lined up because there was parts over, like sections were overhanging. But once that was all said and done, and a little bit of plastic putty helped a lot too. I think it turned out pretty good. Let me scoot this back a little bit here. I'll give you a rough idea. There we go. Let's kick on some lights here. And there we go. She's lit up. Rami, stop. My cat's like really bugging me right now. I can finish out there, breed them again. You can kind of. You can see through the other side. There's a set of windows there. I like how the impulse deck turned out. I think that turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with how the decals actually came out for that. The decals definitely gave it the effect of the vents or the slats going across pretty well. I'm really happy how that turned out. I used the same process on that as I did the deflector dish. Where I just took a little piece of brown tape and I masked off the center, and then I gave it a light coat of white, or to me a white, excuse me, and then peeled off the tape and it gave it a little hot spot. That in conjunction with the decal, I think worked out really, really well. And I like how underneath came out. That forward floodlight is definitely giving a nice effect as far as lighting up the registry number. As you can see right there, pretty well. That whole light right up here in front, that's all from the flood. And of course we have your iconic front floodlight there. There's my thrusters. Back shuttle bay. That decal went on pretty easy. And that shuttle bay door is not actually glued in; it's just simply dry fitted, but or friction fit. It's a pretty tight fitting part, so I don't have to worry about gluing it. Seen the cells a million times, but I like showing them off. There are my thrusters for the rear. And of course, my favorite part, the base. And as you know, I was not going with the stock stand, or the stand that came with the kit, because it just was not able to hold the model in a upright position without falling over, because of the weight of the saucer. Get a pretty good look at that. It's got that hot spot, and it fades out around the edge, which is what I was trying to accomplish. So I think that worked out really well. Overall, I have to admit, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I wish I could have held the decals that came with the kit. It's not beyond at this point actually, excuse me, buying an aftermarket set of decals. I could actually do that and still apply the strongbacks to this, because I didn't put anything in their place. So later on down the road, if I choose to do so, I can order some aftermarkets and then apply the strongbacks and the rest of the decals to this kit, and it'll be just fine. So, you know, that's always an option that I'm open to doing later. Right now, I'm pretty much done with the kit. The paint job, not too bad. The decals that are on it do make it look pretty good. At least I didn't lose the sensor band strip switch. You can kind of see how there we go. So all in all, not too shabby. This is not screen accurate at all. I gave up on attempting to do screen accuracy when I started running into all the problems. So I just abandoned that idea, and I just built it the way I wanted to. Used a little bit of artistic licensing for some stuff. I try to keep as close to what you saw on screen as I possibly could. Yeah, it's not perfect, and you know, as the builder, I know the flaws and I know the mistakes and the everything else, but I think overall, given the quality of the kit, the fit issues I had, the issues with the decals, I really think it came out pretty good. I was able to accomplish doing the deflector dish and impulse deck look. It is what I imagined I was able to do, which is good. The stand, I think, came out great. I actually like the stand better than the kit stand that it comes with. I think the solid black stand with the Delta shield in conjunction with the light, which on the camera it looks like it's white. It looks like a white light. It's actually the same colors in the cells, which is blue. But the camera will overexpose it. Oh, and I also have my little beacon light right there into the shuttle bay. So, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, for me personally, I'd probably give this a good solid 8. Actually, maybe you guys might have a higher rating than me. I don't know. It's definitely a very challenging kit. To be perfectly honest, Star Trek models in general are very challenging kits to work with, and it's even worse, or it's even compounded more when the kit has fit issues and issues with decals. It just makes it more challenging. But if you're a good enough modeler, you've got enough models under your belt, and you know some tricks, then you can make this look pretty good. Above all else, it takes patience, and I've been working on this kit now for quite some time. I don't remember actually when I started it. It seems like forever. It's definitely been taking me a lot longer than I anticipated, and a lot longer than I wanted to have to do it. But unfortunately, you can set a time limit of how long it's to take to build a model, the model will dictate how much time it takes to build it, unfortunately. And this one severely dictated my time frame. So it did go on a lot longer than I wanted, but I think the end result is worth it. I'm happy with this, and I think this will be a really nice addition to my collection. Will I build another Star Trek model in the near future? I don't know. I'm kind of burnt on Star Trek models after this one. I do have a bunch of other model kits that are not Star Trek related that I would like to work on, so I don't know. I may just go with that. Of course, everyone knows from my last video that's watched it, my next build is going to be the Mercury 9 concept rocket. That's the next project, and it will be somewhat lit too, but I think I might go that route. I got some other models from Pegasus that I would like to work on that are totally not Star Trek. They're sci-fi, but they're not Star Trek. So I think what I might do is go with that. As far as this model goes, I really, in my personal opinion, I think the best thing on this kit that I built was the Arboretum. And I'm only saying that because this was my first attempt at building an Arboretum and installing it in this kit. It was a challenge to get these windows cut out by hand. I mean, I had to drill them and then use microfiles to get them to where I had almost even spacing between each window frame. And I think I did a pretty good job considering it's my first time ever doing that. That probably was the hard part, to be honest. Making the Arboretum wasn't that bad. It was pretty easy. It was my first time making trees. I actually watched some railroad or some YouTube videos on building railroads where they gave a tutorial on how to make trees using electrical wire. So I tried that. I tried that technique. It worked really well. It gave me some nice different trees. I tried some other things, but the flocking and the PVA glue on the wire was probably the best one. And that gave me some nice trees. It was pretty easy to paint the terrain. It was a little challenging to scratch through those doors on the inside, but it came out pretty good. And then, of course, getting it to fit in the kit to where it was level with the bottom sill here. I actually, looking at it now, I kind of wish I had built it to where the Arboretum floor set just a little bit underneath that bottom sill, so it kind of gave the illusion of a like a little half wall. And I think honestly, if I would have done that, it probably would have looked a little bit better, because right now it looks like you can walk to the end of the Arboretum and fall right through the window. But you know, I thought that after the fact. It wasn't, at that point it was too late. I couldn't do anything about it. But if I build this kit again, I definitely will drop the Arboretum down just a little bit lower on that sill and give it more of a half wall effect. So for those of you that are building this kit, if you have not got to this point already with the Arboretum, you might want to consider that and dropping it down just a little bit past that sill. Other than that, really not much else to really say, except that if you buy this kit and you start to build it, be prepared for some modifications to make the parts fit right, and a lot of sanding for filling in gaps in the seams, and some fit issues. So this model is not for the faint of heart. If you're first time builder to models, this is not the kit you want. In fact, I don't recommend this kit for any beginner modeler, because this kit will probably turn you off modeling or building models just because of all the headaches that come along with it. So, you know, pick out something easier. Get some under your belt before you tackle something like this, especially if you're going to light it. Lighting's going to be a real challenge. I've got a few under my belt, so I wasn't too worried about taking the project on. But definitely not a beginner project. Not by a long shot. The electrical system, what I'm using for the nav and strobe lights, is a board from Tenna Controls. You can do a search for that. Ralph, that has Tenna Controls, he does a really nice job on his boards. He offers a full array of boards that do multiple functions. You can get boards that do everything on a ship, as far as firing photon torpedoes, ramping up engines or deflector dish, changing the colors to blue to amber, or you can get just your basic board, which is a nav and strobe board, which is what I'm using in this kit right now. They're a good product. He stands behind them. He also has a 5-year warranty. So if you are looking at getting a circuit board to do this kind of lighting in your model, I would recommend Tenna Controls. I have never had any, I've not ever had any bad dealings with Ralph at Tenna Controls at all. In fact, it's always been a pleasure to get his products, and he's very helpful. If there's an issue with the board, you can email him or call him and actually talk to him over the phone, and he will try to help you as much as he can if there's a problem with the board. And it's a 5-year warranty behind it too. So that's another option. Or if you know how to make your own circuit, your own nav and strobe boards, then make your own. I don't have that knowledge to build my own boards, otherwise I would. So for now, I just order from Ralph because that's the only place I know that I can get the boards. So anyway, I think that's about it. I hope you guys like the Enterprise. I think it turned out pretty good. Now, after this video is over, I'm going to have another video segment with this in the total dark, kind of lights on it, and I'll just kind of show that off in the total darkness. And then that will be it for the video. If you guys have any questions about this build or anything that I can clarify, please feel free to drop me an email in the description below, or just drop me a comment and I will try to, answer your questions or assist in any way possible. Now that I'm looking at the kit, I'm not sorry that I started this kit, to be honest. I mean, I had my moments where I wish I never started it, but looking at the end result, I'm not sorry that I did. I'm definitely worn out with this kit at this point, but I think my overall completion, it was worth all the work. And I definitely can see us on my shelf. So, plastic is plastic. So, that's it for the model. I do want to show off one more thing before I end this video. I'm going to move the Enterprise out of range. My wife went to the fair here in town yesterday, and no one knows this about me because I don't ever announce it on my channel, but I'm a big Alien and Predator fan. So when she was at the fair yesterday, she ran across this guy that was selling Predator figures, and she picked up this guy right here. And you can see that's about how big he is. I really like the detail in this. If you look down here at the base, he's got some skulls he's standing on. It looks like a spinal cord. I like all the little shrubbery he's got down in here like this. And it's got something hanging off him like he's kind of coming through the bush. The detail on this thing is absolutely beautiful. Get it around here. Look at that. Look at that snout. Love it. What's really cool about this thing is it's made of fish bone and resin. I don't have any idea how this was made from those two materials, but All I know is the guy that did it did a phenomenal job, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I love my wife dearly. I mean, she is so thoughtful. When she goes out somewhere, if she sees something that she knows I like or that I have a thing for, she'll get it for me and surprise me. And when she saw this at the fair, her first response to the guy, she told me was, "My husband would love that," and so he sold it to her, and she brought it home yesterday. I about flipped. I was like, "Wow, this is going into a glass case." The detail is just amazing, even down to the mesh right here on his torso. That mesh detail is awesome. So yeah, really happy. So that was my surprise yesterday. Up there. So yeah, that's about it. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all my subscribers, all my viewers, and I hope you guys enjoyed this build series. If you guys have any questions or anything else that you would like to ask me, again, please feel free to drop them in the comment section or email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And tell me what you guys think of the Enterprise. If you like it, don't like it. If I could have done something different, there's a lot of things I could have changed, I know. But give me your guys' opinion. I'd like to hear from you. Let me know what you think of her. And I guess until my next build, everyone, have a great weekend. Have a safe one. Enjoy yourselves. Relax. That's all I'm going to do. And until the next build, I'll see you then. So, good night. Oh, and stay tuned for the after video of the in the dark video of the Enterprise. So, guys, take care.